welcome back to Cooking with the Frisbees. Tonight is flank steak.
Yummy!
We'll order that later. But there's nothing that goes better with flank steak than chimichurri. And I'm gonna show you how to make it. It's in Argentinian steak sauce. So this is just a big bunch of cilantro. I'm gonna stick in the food processor. A bunch of parsley. I wish this was from my garden, but my herbs are struggling this year, and it's really hard to grow large bunches. I mean, you really need a lot more space than what we really have. This is 3 tablespoons of capers. Yum. Nice and salty. This is 2 garlic cloves that I pressed in the garlic press. And I'm just gonna zhuzh it all up. Ready? You want it nice and fine. Looks good. Just gonna pop it out. Oh, it smells so delicious.
Very earthy.
Yeah, so fresh, so earthy, so summertime.
Yeah,
gonna get it.
It's hot.
All in the bowl. Gosh, it is hot today. Boy, oh boy. Let me tell you, it's only what, June 12th?
Yep.
June 12th. And it was 84 degrees at 9 o'clock this morning.
Yes, I know.
Poor Keith was out there finishing off my stairs. But I thank you.
They're not finished, but we're getting there. There's a lot more construction.
So this is the consistency that you want. Chopped up. And to this, we're gonna add some red wine. It's about 1 to 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. I'm gonna use some red pepper flakes. About half a teaspoon, maybe a little bit more. Good amount of cracked black pepper. So let's go like a teaspoon. You can always add more. And of course our Himalayan salt. Now to this, I'm going to add a good amount of olive oil. Good olive oil. And it's gonna be probably, by the time I'm all done, it'll be about a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup. But you just wanna add, stir, add, stir, add, stir, and combine it all. You almost want a little film of olive oil to be sitting on the top of it so that it's more of a sauce versus an herb paste. Look at it come together. It's so fast. I'm telling you guys, this stuff is so fresh and it's so light and it's so lovely. There we go. This is what you're looking for. See this soupy consistency? I'm even going to let it go a little bit more. Really soupy. Oh yeah, that's it. I'm going to take a quick taste, see if it needs anything else. Oh, it's so good. A brine from the capers. They're 2 different herbs. Just a little bit of heat from the red peppers. Salt, pepper. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I love it. Come back later when we finish cooking off the flank steak.
Okay guys, welcome back. So here's the star of the show, the flank steak. Now, typically these go pretty quick. but I like to put a little bit of smoke on it because I just love that flavor. So I actually added some hickory wood to my charcoal. So that's where you see that smoke. That hickory is caught right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna put this on. I've got the temperature set at about 205. And the reason I'm doing that is because I don't want this to really cook. I just want it to absorb some of that smoke. So I'm just going to get dirty in here. We put it up on the top rack. We don't put it directly on the flame. That is going to sit there. I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to say, Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Starting now.
And she did it. I don't know if you heard that. So we're going to give it 15 minutes of hickory smoke. And then we're going to turn the temp up to about 325 to 350. Get this baby cooking. It won't take very long. It's a quick cook. So you guys pay attention. Come on back. Hey guys, welcome back. So we've been smoking now for about 15 minutes. And don't be afraid of that. Like, even though flank steak is a very thin piece of beef, it can handle a little bit of smoke. And I've only had the temperature at like 205. So all I want to do is get that hickory smoke on there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to lift that up and choke. I always put more wood than I should on here. So I'm just going to test the temperature of the meat. 145 is the done temperature. Okay. We're at 96 degrees, so we're a ways off. But what I'm going to do, I just like to get smoke on the meat. I'm going to pull this off. 15 minutes of smoke is plenty. I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to take these racks up top, or at least one of them up top. I'm going to pull this down, and then what I want to do is make sure that I get a sear on this. So I'm going to take this up to 580 degrees. Bam, that's what I love about this Masterbuilt Gravity Feed 560. The control you have on the temperature. So I want to make sure that I get sear on this. And I think that searing it's going to bring me close to that 145 done temperature. If it doesn't, I'll be prepared to put it back up on the top rack. So that's what I'm guessing. You guys can follow me. We're going to be back. Come back.
2.
All right, guys, I got the temperature up to about, well, it's climbing. It's close. It's about 600. That's what I decided to go to. Woo! That heat is kicking. I'm going to put this on here directly on the flame. And what I'm going to do is 1 minute and 1 minute is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch that with me, but I'm going to do a minute and a minute. We're going to get a good sear on it. We're going to see what the temperature is, and then I may have to put it up on the top rack just to bring it back up to that 145. We let it rest for 10 minutes, but stay tuned. Hey guys, it's been 1 minute on that high heat. Oh, you gotta love that sizzle. Now you see we're starting to cook, but again, don't be afraid. We've been doing this now for 20 minutes, but see those nice grill marks that we're getting on there? That's what you want. You want a little bit of bark on there. So again, we're gonna do 60 more seconds here. I'm gonna check the temperature of it. If it's not at 145, I pull it when it's about 135, because what we've learned, it jumps about 10 degrees when it's sitting there resting. So come on back. Okay guys, I know this goes quick and it seems kind of choppy, but you have to be able to react fast. So we're at 60 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Here it is. Look at it. It's looking good. I'm just going to flip this like this. Now, let me get out my trusty. I can't use the meter for this. Make sure we're on Fahrenheit. I'm going to put this in here just to get a quick read of the temp. All right, so guess what? The temp is reading at 117, and we got to go to 135. So here's what I'm going to do. Like I said, I'm going to bring these racks back down, because I got the char that I want on there. I don't want to overchar it. I'm going to leave the temperature at 600 degrees, and I'm going to set it here for 2 more minutes. And I think we're just going to watch, and when that temperature gets to 135, like I said, a done temperature on beef is 145, but it will rise 10 degrees when it sits there resting. Don't take it to 145 on the grill. You will not be happy if you like it medium or medium rare. So we will be back in 2 minutes. All right, guys. hopefully this is at the end. I'm going in to check the temperature. Let me reiterate what I did. We smoked for 15 minutes at 205. I took the temperature up to 600. We did 1 minute, 1 minute, just to get a sear on it, and then I moved it back up onto the rack, keeping it at 600. At that point, the temperature was 120. Let's see where it is now. Oh, see how it's tightening up? Make sure I'm on Fahrenheit. This thing always messes with me. Stick it in. We are at 139. I am pulling this at 139. Let's go ahead. Let's take this off. We're going to let this rest for about 10 minutes. Watch the temperature. I guarantee you it get close to 145, which is the done temperature for a piece of beef. And then we're going to do a taste test. Come on back, guys. Hey guys, welcome back. So, here we are. And as I thought, I took the temperature of it and it came up to about 146, which is exactly where we want it to be. So, the one thing that I say that we're not really good at that I'm going to do right now, I'm going to cut this in the middle. I took a little slice off the end and it was probably better for Beth's taste than mine. Let's see, how is that? Yeah, that's good. So we didn't do anything that would cause it to be overcooked. So now I'm going to take a little sample. I'm going to cut a little bit here. And I'm going to put a little, well, let's bring this over to a plate. Oops. Let's put a little chimichurri that you saw prepared earlier. This stuff is good stuff. Put a little, no, let's put a lot. All right, here we go. So, this is it. This will tell. Man, I gotta tell you, if you guys aren't doing chimichurri, it's addicting. Like, I could eat this by the spoonful. Now, the meat is good too, I'm gonna tell you that. It turned out, the flank steak turned out very well. Beth actually made some zucchini fritters. She doesn't want to put them on camera because she doesn't think that they turned out well. They probably taste really good. But you know what, guys? This was a success. Do not be afraid of flank steak. It's a thin piece of meat. Don't think it goes that quick. You still have time. You can smoke. You can do whatever you want to do with it. It turned out tender. It turned out juicy. The middle of it was probably about medium, which is where I like it. The chimichurri sauce turned out perfectly. Guys, this was a success. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Gotta go eat.